Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Friday, September 8th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with WWE Business news. The merger of WWE and UFC under the Endeavor corporate umbrella is expected to be finalized on Tuesday, September 12th, according to an official announcement made yesterday. As previously reported, the new merged corporate entity will be known as TKO Group Holdings Incorporated and traded on the New York Stock Exchange as TKO. The acquisition of WWE and the merger of UFC, which would result in a $21 billion global live sports and entertainment company, was first announced on April 3rd. Ring of Honor was streamed last night on Honor Club, featuring matches taped last Saturday night at the United Center in Chicago. ROH World Champion Claudio Castagnoli defeated Lee Johnson in a non-title proving ground match on the show. ROH World Women's Champion Athena was also in action, successfully defending her title against former Impact Knockouts Women's Champion and NWA World Women's Champion Allison Kay. In an 8-man tag, the team of Best Friends, Action Andretti, and Darius Martin beat the team of the Outrunners and the Workhorsemen. Also on the show, Katsuyori Shibata and Eddie Kingston joined forces to defeat Gringo Loco and Blake Christian. In other selected results, Layla Hirsch beat Lady Frost, Kira Hogan defeated Layla Gray, The Embassy topped Metalik, Gravity and Griff Garrison, Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue beat the Renegade Twins, and Tony Nese went over Silas Young. In ratings news, last Wednesday's edition of AEW Dynamite drew a total audience of 887,000 viewers to TBS, according to WrestleNomics. That total is up nearly 2% from last week's audience of 871,000. In the key 18 to 49-year-old demographic, the show did a .31 rating, equating to 409,000 viewers and up slightly from last week's .30 key demo rating. The episode came in second place for the evening on cable TV in the key demo and ranked in 35th place overall. NXT drew a total audience of 673,000 viewers to USA Network last Tuesday night, according to WrestleNomics, up nearly 10% from last week's 614,000. The rating in the key demographic was .18, up from last week's .16 and representing 229,000 viewers. The episode came in 5th place for the night on cable TV in the key demo, down from 3rd place last week. It came in 46th place in viewership overall. In AEW news, company trainer Ace Steel was released yesterday, according to a report from PW Insider. A longtime friend of CM Punk's, Steel was released less than a week after Punk's own termination from AEW last weekend. There had previously been talk of setting Steel up with a Florida facility to work with AEW talents without having to be on the road, but that plan appears to have been scrapped. Steel was involved in the same locker room brawl a year ago at All Out that led to the suspensions of Punk, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks, but was reinstated around the same time as Punk himself had been. And Impact Wrestling aired last night on Access TV, featuring matches taped August 28th at the Rebel Entertainment Complex in Toronto. In the main event, Bully Ray and Steve Maclin teamed together to defeat PCO and Josh Alexander. Also on the show, Alicia Edwards and Knockouts World Champion Trinity signed the contract for their scheduled match tonight at Victory Road. The signing ended with Alicia and Eddie Edwards putting Trinity through a table, with Kushida running in to make the save.
Trinity looking to drive Alicia through the table! Oh, now Eddie Edwards trying to prevent Trinity!
Backing up, his ride or die, but wait, hold up.
Oh my God! Oh, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
In other results, X-Division champion Leo Rush defeated Kevin Knight in a non-title match. Deonna Purrazzo beat Dani Luna, and Sami Callihan and Rich Swann went over Subculture. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, Follow the wrestling news across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the wrestling news. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.